Now on CoastTV News.
We're seeing areas of fog once again this morning. A dense fog advisory for areas of Delmarva. Take it slow this morning on the way to school and work. Otherwise, another great day for Delmarva. Details are coming up.
Efforts to make a particular street in Lewes safer. Details about DelDOT's traffic project.
The Delaware primary may be over, but there is a dispute in a state house race. We have where the calls for a recount stand.
Francine's flood fears the impact from this hurricane that has made landfall in the Gulf states.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And it is Thursday, September 12th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
It is a foggy start for a number of areas on Delmarva this morning, Paige.
Definitely. I drove through some of it. It wasn't that bad until I started getting closer and closer to Milton. So the inland areas, as we know, tend to be the foggiest. So.
Yeah, I've been checking the DelDOT cameras, and it's been building. I get in around 2:30, and I knew we had fog, checked it. Okay, nothing on the main roads. But then less than 2 hours later, some of them packed with fog.
Definitely. So just be very careful on your way in. We'll bring in Bob right now. Bob, is this going to be the trend all day, or should it go away pretty soon?
I think it'll burn off mid-morning, maybe 9, 10 a.m., guys, and good morning to you. I had a foggy drive-in this morning. It was patchy, but I hit those fog banks, and then it got thick. So we do have a dense fog advisory for Sussex County away from the coast. Does not include areas of Maryland and Salisbury yet, and then parts of the eastern shore also under a dense fog advisory. This goes until 10 a.m., so use extra caution. We stress this a lot. Drive slow, leave a lot of space between you and the car ahead of you, and be careful around school buses. We have 1.25 miles in visibility in Georgetown. It looks like the worst of it is over Sussex County. Better visibility across areas of Maryland. It's cool again this morning with temperatures in the low to mid 50s inland areas, 60s, even 70 at Indian River Inlet. And we continue with this onshore flow right now. Now on the satellite picture, you can't see the fog, but trust me, it is out there. Otherwise, once the fog burns off, we're looking at another sunny day. And these clouds here, this is the outer fringe of Francine. Don't have to worry about that, but we do have to worry about the fog this morning. That will burn off mid-morning. Otherwise, a good-looking day. Temperatures into the mid to upper 70s inland, a little cooler at the beaches, and still comfortable humidity levels. So we've got the fog for the next few hours, and then it's sunny, and then it's mild, and we're pretty much seeing that right through the end of the week into the weekend. More in your forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Now, we've been talking about the fog, of course, to start this newscast. So let's look at some of those road conditions right now. This is Seaford just moments ago. If there was any question if we were lying to you, that is the truth. There is a lot of fog there. As you can see, those cars driving pretty slow there on Route 13.
Also new this morning, and check this out, a driver was saved from a submerged vehicle Wednesday in New Orleans after Hurricane Francine made landfall in Louisiana. You can see video of that rescue on your screen. Officials say a pickup drove around barricades for some reason and into extremely dangerous floodwaters. A Good Samaritan was in the area and figured out what was happening. He ran back to his home, grabbed something to break the truck window in an effort to save the man's life.
All right, good work there by that man. Sussex Drive, located between Savannah Road and the Highland Acres community in Lewes, causing a lot of challenges for pedestrians there and drivers.
Yeah, and CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Lewes. Elisa, DelDOT is working on a project they say will make the street safer.
Matt and Paige, I'm currently walking on a sidewalk on Sussex Drive, and I've been told during the daytime it's incredibly difficult to drive in and out of this street because of the constant flow of traffic. And there's a lot of concerns about pedestrian and bike safety, and there's also 2 schools right in this neighborhood, so there's a lot of foot traffic. And tonight, DelDOT will be hosting a public meeting to discuss the Sussex Drive Alternatives Program. And DelDOT says this project will develop a concept design to improve conditions for people walking, biking, improve the streetscape through landscape, as well as improve traffic flows.
And Elisa, you talked about that meeting. It's taking place tonight at Lewis's elementary school.
Yeah, have you spoken with anyone who lives on Sussex Drive?
Yeah, Paige, I spoke with a neighbor who detailed the difficulties about living here, and you're going to hear their experiences a little later on, and will likely hear similar experiences at that public meeting tonight. Back to you.
12 votes. As of now, 12 votes is the margin of victory for incumbent Brian Shoup in the Republican primary for the State House 36th District race. His challenger, Patrick Smith, is requesting a recount. This was a nasty race. It was highlighted with attack ads like this billboard that we're about to show you on your screen.
That was my campaign that put it up, yep. So workhorse to show horse. You know, Shoop likes to show up with where the cameras are, and he likes to take pictures and like to take credit for things that he didn't necessarily do. He has a long record of doing that.
Yeah, I mean, from the beginning, my opponent has used a lot of mistruths about not only my record, but what we have done here in the community. I mean, I think when you start with saying things like, I'm absent in this community, it just shows the level of where they're willing to get dirty and lie to people in general.
And Shoop says he welcomes a recount. Coast TV reached out to the Department of Elections about a recount, and we have not heard back.
Whoever's declared winner in the Republican primary, though, they still have an opponent. Roni Baltazar Lopez, running as a Democrat. Baltazar Lopez was previously on the Milford School Board as the vice chair of the Delaware Hispanic Commission.
Make sure to head to coasttv.com/decision2024 for all the results of the Delaware primary and also a look ahead to November's election. You can check out voting resources, plus watch clips of all Decision 2024 interviews on the Coast TV News YouTube channel.
The Delaware Fire Prevention Commission is now investigating claims that a volunteer firefighter in Lewes used a racial slur over the department's radio system. An anonymous source shared the recording, and you can hear the offensive comment.
I got second 43 coming. Look at that porch monkey in that truck.
We're told this was on August 19th. Lewes fire officials say they've addressed the issue. They are doing their own investigation. A local advocacy group is speaking out, calling the situation appalling and unacceptable.
Whether it's a person's a volunteer, whether they're a paid person, the community deserves better than what I heard on that recording. And I think that if the department doesn't do something, how do they ever expect anything to change?
And the person who shared the recording tells us the firefighter who made the comment has been suspended for 30 days, but Lewes fire officials were not able to confirm or deny that.
Happening tonight, next chance for people in Georgetown to give input on the town's plans to build an $18 million police station and public works facility. Town officials say the facilities don't have enough storage, privacy, and even the ability to handle evidence. But to get the money for the project, Georgetown voters will have to give the approval in a referendum vote. This is the second of 3 public sessions, and it will begin at 5.
A tax hike heading to Milton at the Milton Town Council Monday. Another consecutive property tax increase of 29% was approved. It was just last year that the town approved raising the tax by 9%. The town saying that the 29% approved for the 2025 budget would cost the average homeowner an extra $300 a year. This increase would take effect on homes within Milton town limits October 1st when bills are due.
An update on a story that we've been covering. This deals with beach nourishment. It's become more of a focus since that dune breach last month. We're going to show you some video on your screen, footage of crews working on the Indian River Inlet shoreline. On September 26th, DelDOT will host a virtual community meeting to share findings from a study on beach nourishment. DelDOT says this includes on what it means for future strategies.
Former President Trump, Vice President Harris, they are back on their campaign trails following Tuesday's debate. Both are claiming victory in that face-off.
Yeah, today Harris kicks off a 4-day swing state tour while the former president set to deliver remarks in Arizona. And NBC's Bree Jackson shows us how each now plans to sway undecided voters and what could be in store for a possible debate rematch.
Vice President Harris and former President Trump both appearing at ceremonies Wednesday commemorating the 23rd anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks.
Thomas Daniel Burke.
Matthew J. Burke.
The solemn remembrance following a heated night on the debate stage between the two presidential candidates. The Harris campaign calling for a rematch. The former president is non-committal.
Are we going to do a rematch? I just don't know. We'll think about it. I would do NBC. I'd do Fox too.
The first and possibly only debate between the two is drawing mixed reaction from politicians to Americans in battleground states.
This was classic President Trump performance.
I think she had a really good debate.
I can't be happy about going and pushing either button.
Both campaigns are seeking to sway undecided voters as they return to the campaign trail. Harris riding a fresh wave of post-debate enthusiasm after receiving an endorsement from superstar Taylor Swift.
I think that she does have impact as an individual, Taylor Swift, and it could have some overbearing effects on the election.
The Trump supporters are Trump supporters. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is for us.
Government officials say more than 330,000 people visited a voter registration link posted by the singer Wednesday. It remains to be seen if those website clicks turn into votes on Election Day. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
And it is no longer Election Day in November. It has become election season. Yesterday, Alabama officials started mailing ballots for the general election.
All right, we're just getting started this morning on CoastTV News Today.
Yeah, coming up on CoastTV News Today, honoring a fallen hero. We will tell you why loved ones say a memorial to honor a firefighter killed in the line of duty would mean so much to them.
Also ahead, remembering the lives lost on 9/11, why one Ocean City local says the town's annual remembrance means so much to them.
And a heartfelt rescue that led to a new family full of love. We'll show you how one Rehoboth Beach dog is getting a new lease on life. All that and more as CoastTV News Today continues.
Dedication, determination, and drive. That's what's needed to be a DSN Scholar Athlete, brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month, we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva senior that excels in the classroom and in sports.
They must have a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, sponsored by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Not everyone wants a big funeral. For those seeking a simple alternative, the Eastern Shore's most trusted family and funeral service offers another option. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Service is simple and affordable. A direct cremation tribute starts at just $15.95, or choose to have a small visitation service, serving Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia with easy consultation by phone and streamlined electronic documentation. Learn more at easternshorecremation.com. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Services. Simply respectful.
Your child deserves the best. When your child is sick, every moment counts. And the team at Tidal Health Pediatrics understands the urgency of such situations. Whether it's a sudden fever, a troubling cough, or another pediatric ailment, your child will be seen when they need it most. Schedule your child's appointment now at tidalhealth.org/findapediatrician or call 410-912-5785 because your child's health is our top priority. Tidal Health Pediatrics, compassionate care when you need it most.
My real estate approach is about building relationships with my clients.
So it was a very seamless process where she delivered on everything she said she would do. You know, top of the line service.
And she was great to work with. She was very personable.
That's how amazing it was.
She gets the job done. She does a great job and the price is right.
Let me help you get to your next destination.
Imagine going boating down the Rehoboth Canal, beautiful day, and all of a sudden you see a dog in a tree. Yeah, that was the reality a few weeks ago. And in this week's Coastal Connections, we introduce you to that pup, show you how she's doing today, and what made her rescue extra special.
Hi, Bubs. Hi. It's okay.
A sweet reunion after a tricky rescue. After getting a call from a passing boat, Rehoboth Beach firefighters found and saved the little dog stuck in a tree 10 feet above the Rehoboth Canal.
Told her it was all right, try to calm her down and wrap the blanket over her so she didn't bite.
With no collar or microchip, the little lady was taken to the Brandywine Valley SPCA.
She was very dirty, obviously very tired. She slept the first day. And lots of ticks and lots of fleas.
After weeks of waiting in case her owner came forward, the SPCA says no one did. But happy news, she was adopted. And not only does she have a new family, she has a new friend in the firefighters who saved her life.
Yeah, you remember me. That's why I wear the baseball hat, so you could recognize it.
A big, beautiful life for a little dog in Sussex County. For Coastal Connections, I'm Madeline Overturf.
Coastal Connections is sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Transfer
Transform your bath today with baths by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind, because you deserve the best.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
It's been a little bit of a love relationship between DeFebo's and Avery Hall. Avery Hall just offers that next level service, which is what I do for a living. I am in the service business. So to find a company like Avery Hall who offers that personal service, where I'm talking to a human being and not an operator, is just priceless. I think Avery Hall is reliable, and that's very important to me. I have other things to do. Avery Hall allows me to take care of other things.
They're not just pets. To us, they're family. With Holloway Pet Cremation Services, you can afford to treat them with the same care and respect as any member of your family. Our compassionate team will make prompt arrangements to receive your pet into our care for individual cremation. Plus, Holloway has so many beautiful ways to treasure them forever. Ask about adding our Forever With Me keepsake package, including an engraved urn, ink paw print, lock of fur, and a keepsake of your choice. Holloway Pet Cremation Services, serving all of Delmarva.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
We're at 5:17 on this Wednesday morning, and you are looking live at Ocean City. Bob, clearer shot there that we're getting right now, but you are tracking foggy conditions for other parts of Delmarva.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that fog is mainly inland, away from the coast this morning, Matt. That's where you have to really be careful. We have that contrast, mainly clear right at the beaches, but inland we have this dense fog advisory in effect until 10 a.m. for Sussex County and points north and northwest as well. It includes Millsboro, Georgetown, Seaford, Delmar, and other communities. It also includes the Eastern Shore, and that goes once again until 10 a.m., where we have visibilities that are pretty low right now, less than a half mile in many places. Temperatures out the door in the low to mid 50s, so another cool start. 53 in Delmar, Georgetown 55, but milder along the beaches. 69 in Bethany Beach, 69 in Rehoboth, 70 in Indian River Inlet, and that is pretty much the ocean temperature right now, right around 70 degrees. As we have this flow coming off the ocean, it's an easterly flow, but inland the winds are calm, and that's why we have the low visibility and the dense fog. You don't see it on the satellite picture, but trust me, we have the fog out there right now. Otherwise, once the fog burns off mid-morning, we're looking at sunshine as high pressure is still in charge. And you see these clouds here off to our south and west. That is the outer fringe of Francine. And here is my golf forecast. I'm in the wrong block. I was thinking that it was the B block, but I am currently in the wrong block. So let me go ahead and fast forward here to my main weather show, and then we'll get you back on track. But anyway, we're looking at the dense fog right now, and there's a visibility 3 miles right now in Georgetown at the present time. And once again, you really want to drive carefully out there. Make sure you're using your low beam headlights. Once again, temperatures cooler inland, a little warmer at the beaches. We've got that easterly wind as well. And here's a satellite picture, mainly clear. We've got high pressure in place right now, and we're looking at clouds. This is the outer fringe of Francine, and you can see the moisture associated with Francine. It did make landfall yesterday as a Category 2 hurricane with 100-mile-per-hour winds. Now it's a tropical storm, and you can see all the rain with it, but we're seeing high clouds kind of fanning out from it, and we're seeing those high clouds to our south and west. This will diminish as a remnant low the next few days and wind up somewhere into western Tennessee, not affecting us. Here's Futurecast this morning. We're looking at temperatures this afternoon real nice into the upper 70s, a little cooler at the beaches, and then as we go into tonight, could see some areas of fog fog once again. Moving to your Friday, more in the way of clouds, maybe a sprinkle. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s and those easterly winds picking up with time. As far as our muggy meter goes, we're looking at, well, comfortable conditions today. Then it becomes muggy to humid as we go through time. Want to fast forward to next week. We're going to see moisture developing, maybe a storm to our south, and that will increase rain chances, I think, Tuesday, and then pretty much on and off rain right through the rest of next week. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Dry through the weekend, upper 70s and lower 80s, and then that rain chance as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. Our umbrella giveaway winner is Sally Roberts from Denton, Maryland. Congratulations, Sally, on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. 23 years after the terrorist attacks of September 11th, and on Wednesday night, Ocean City remembered the fallen with beams of light over the boardwalk.
And the fire department puts a memorial together that pays tribute to the lives lost during the tragic events of September 11th. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy says for one person, it means a whole lot more.
Beams light the night sky as people gather at the Ocean City Boardwalk in remembrance of a day America will never forget. John DeFazio was a retired firefighter in New York City when the attacks happened, but his daughter was in the building.
And my daughter, I'm just so thankful that she got out. You know, her and a friend. Her company lost how many people? 69 people in her company. The plane hit right above her head. Had to be right above her head because she felt it shake the building.
Tom Ford came all the way from Pittsburgh to see the beams lit up.
It's really crazy because time doesn't stop for anybody. I remember like it was yesterday, and it's 23 years ago today that happened, and it's just crazy.
Kevin Knowles is a firefighter for Ocean City and helped to put this memorial together. He says the emotions never go away.
I mean, people will literally break down, you know, in just from having that release of the emotion that they have bottled up over the year. For somebody, a firefighter out of the FDNY, for example, who may have lost multiple crew people, every day they think about it.
23 years after one of our nation's greatest tragedies, the sting of that day still persists. But so does the resilience of the American people. Both of these beams are lit up behind me, and each one represents one of the Twin Towers. They turned on a little bit before 8 p.m. this evening, and they will stay on until dawn, in remembrance of the tragic September 11th attacks. In Ocean City, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
Coming up next on Coast TV News today, honoring a fallen hero, we're showing you how Ellendale plans to remember a former volunteer firefighter killed in the line of duty almost 1 month ago. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Delmarva Dave. We purchased this house in less than 30 days.
And I'm Christina, and the owners didn't have to make any repairs.
Inherited, overwhelmed, or on the verge of foreclosure? We can buy your home so you can move on.
We buy all sorts of property, like this mobile home, even if they're in serious disrepair.
For as-is, fast cash offers on residential or commercial property anywhere in Delmarva, check out our local 5-star reviews.
And then call or visit us at delmarvadave.com today.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on Coast TV.
Feel like you need to get away? Fisherman's Wharf Adventures has a getaway for you. Hop aboard our fleet of boats for fishing, dolphin cruises, and whale watching, or just lounging with friends and enjoying a cocktail. We offer full and half-day fishing, evening cruises, events, and even private charters too. Enjoy the adventure and take in the magic of the sea. With 3 generations in the business, we guarantee you'll enjoy the ride. What are you waiting for? Check us out online, then call to book your trip today.
Shop, play, learn, explore at the OCRV and Van Lifestyle Show, the premier gathering for RV enthusiasts and outdoor lovers. From October 31st to November 3rd, the Ocean City Convention Center transforms into a hub of excitement and exploration. With RVs, custom vans, e-bike, golf cart, and boat test ride zones, seminars, water sports, power sports, and a wide selection of the latest gear, you'll find everything you need to enhance your next adventure. Enjoy BMX and skateboarding competitions, tiki boat cruises, and more. Buy tickets and explore with us at OCRVshow.com.
I'm Kelly Geloff with the Law Offices of Tunnel and Razor. I became an attorney to help people when they need it most. Accidents and injuries can turn your world upside down, but you don't have to face the legal process alone. Our dedicated team has built a legacy of trust and commitment to our clients, ensuring you feel supported every step of the way. We aim to reduce your stress and be the voice you need to get the compensation you deserve. We're the personal injury team of Tunnel and Razor. Trust us to be your voice.
Are you troubled by strange smells, uncomfortable rooms, or mold in your home?
Do you experience feelings of dread when you enter your crawl space or attic?
Does your home suffer from slopes, sags, or other structural concerns? If the answer is yes, pick up your phone and call the home performance professionals like FLC Energy.
Don't just treat the systems in your house. Treat your house as the system and call FLC.
We're ready to believe you.
NBC News Daily, weekdays at 1 on CoastTV.
Almost 1 month after a firefighter was killed in the line of duty, Ellendale has plans now to honor its fallen hero. Town Council will discuss installing a tree or bench for Thomas Berry III. Berry was killed by an electrical pole while trying to help victims of a car accident. Berry volunteered in Ellendale and in Georgetown fire companies. His best friend of 22 years, Stephen Hughes Jr., told CoastTV the bench would mean more than people know.
So being able to have something close to home that we can, share in the grieving process moving forward as an icon or symbolism to him, I think a bench would do a lot of service.
And Town Council says it will continue discussions on the approval of that memorial site.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Tryhe is back with us. Bob, it feels like every day this week at the beach seems the same, and I am not complaining.
No problems.
No complaints here? Nope, we're all good, right? Yeah, looking good at the beach. Watch out for areas of fog this morning, guys. Inland, that's where we have a dense fog advisory. But along the coast, really not seeing fog here. Fenwick Island and Ocean City beginning in the 60s this morning, warming into the 70s. Could see some high clouds later on. Rip current threat is low. UV index is high. Waves only around 1 to 2 feet. Lewes, you're seeing highs in the mid-70s. And Rehoboth, similar conditions too. On the bay side, your waves around 1 foot, and Cambridge, you're seeing highs into the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees, maybe a little cooler in Crisfield with temperatures into the mid 70s. We do keep it dry into the weekend, then rain chances increase next week. I'll have much more on that coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you, Bob. Also coming up after the break, a push for a new police station when you can learn more about the conditions of the current building that the town says it needs to borrow $18 million for.
Also, call for recount. We'll tell you about the fight for District 36 in Delaware after one candidate hasn't given up hope after Tuesday's primary election.
And Hurricane Francine hit the U.S. We're telling you how bad it hit one southern state Wednesday and where it's now headed. CoastTV News Today will be right back.
1, 2, 3.
Let's get back to business. This is your step 2. What to, what not to. How to get bigger, better. Team Snoop, quit playing, man.
You are flavorful.
The Voice, new September 23rd on NBC and Peacock.
Too many doctors treat symptoms, not people. I don't think this man is in a coma. He's in there. If you can hear me, look up. Okay.
Brilliant Minds, September 23rd on NBC and Peacock.
The American Heart Association invites you to join the Southern Delaware Heart Walk. It's time to unite, take action, and save lives. Every walker who joins, every dollar donated means more people trained in life-saving CPR, more research, and more life-saving moments for everyone. Join us at the Southern Delaware Heart Walk on November 3rd at the Rehoboth Beach Bandstand. Let's walk together to save lives. Register today at heart.org/SouthernDEWalk. Sponsored by CoastTV.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
Since 1925, Avery Hall has been the go-to insurance agency for those who want quality service with a personal touch. Our unique consultative approach is all about you. Our agents take the time to understand your specific needs and craft coverage that protects your assets and offers peace of mind, whether it's employee benefits, individual, or business insurance. Avery Hall isn't just an insurance agency, we are a cornerstone of Delmarva and are committed to supporting and protecting the communities we call home. Avery Hall, insurance solutions for today's world.
Now on Coast TV News.
We're seeing areas of fog once again this morning. Dense fog advisory for portions of Delmarva. Take it slow this morning on the way to work and school. Otherwise, another great day for the region. Details coming up.
A certain street in Lewes is causing many concerns, and why one neighbor says something needs to be done to improve safety and traffic.
Is there a winner? We're going to take a look at the vote total in the Republican primary race for the Delaware House District representing Milford.
Paying for a new police station, and as well as being discussed in Georgetown as people there have another chance to have their say on a proposed project.
This is Coast TV News Today.
September 12th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Time is 5:29. It's a foggy start to our morning, Paige. I'm continuing to take a look at some of the traffic cameras there. We'll see one of those in a moment, but already areas like Ellendale and Georgetown seeing some of that fog on their main roads.
Yeah, definitely. Driving in this morning, I hit a lot in the Milton area, so wherever you're heading today, just be careful. It does sneak up on you. We'll bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihe now. Bob, hopefully, though, this burns away as the sun comes up.
And it's going to take a few hours, probably mid-morning, and we showed the camera from Seaford earlier. They were socked in with the fog. They're also under the dense fog advisory. That's in effect now until 10 a.m., including Gumboro, Millsboro, Georgetown as well. The immediate coast pretty much void of any fog, so you're not under this advisory. The eastern shore also under the dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. Now, we're showing 3 miles in fog in Georgetown, but there are pockets where it's really dense across areas of southern Delaware, so watch out for that. Not as dense across areas of Maryland. Otherwise, we're looking at clear skies and temperatures in the 50s inland, but much warmer along the beaches, 60s to around 70. Indian River Inlet right now with the light breeze out of the east. You can't see the fog on the satellite picture, but we definitely have it. But once that fog burns off, we'll see lots of sunshine. Some high clouds from Francine, believe it or not, moving in a little bit later on. Here's Futurecast as we go through the morning, warming through the 70s, mid to upper 70s later on today, lower 70s at the coast. So pleasant conditions continue. Here's our UV index for today, sponsored by Ocean City. It's high, it's 7. Burn time is 15 minutes, and we're in the high range as we go through the next several days. And tomorrow we're in the medium range, so be careful out there in the sunshine.
We've been talking about the fog. Let's show you some of the fog. Bob mentioned it. We're back at Seaford this morning. This was just moments ago. It's even thicker, I believe, than the last time we checked in about 30 minutes ago. You can see some of the headlights of their cars driving on Route 1 or Route 13 trying to make their way through. That's what they're dealing with in Seaford so far.
Thousands are in the dark after Hurricane Francine made landfall in Louisiana Wednesday. The storm knocked out power to more than 250,000 customers. Several areas became flooded following that storm, and there were wind gusts reported in some areas up to 97 miles per hour. According to the National Hurricane Center, Francine is expected to take a gradual turn toward the north, bringing the center of Francine across southeastern Louisiana and southwestern and central Mississippi.
There are a number of roads and streets that can be troublesome for pedestrians and drivers. One that is getting some extra attention now is in Lewes. It's Sussex Drive. It's located between Savannah Road and the Highland Acres community.
Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber is live now in Lewes. Elisa, DelDOT's working on a project to make that street safer.
Matt and Paige, I'm currently walking on a sidewalk on Sussex Drive, and we've been told during the daytime this street is incredibly difficult to drive in and out of because there's a constant flow of traffic. And we've also been told there's a lot of concerns about pedestrian and bike safety. And there's also 2 schools right across from each other in this neighborhood, so there's a lot of people walking around. And tonight, DelDOT will be holding a public meeting to talk about the Sussex Drive Alternatives Program. DelDOT says this project will develop a concept design to improve conditions for people walking, biking, improve the streetscape through landscape, as well as improve traffic flows. And one neighbor says this street needs a better system to get in and out of.
When you're trying to get out of Sussex Drive, we don't really get a break here because of that staggered flow of traffic. It becomes continuous by the time you reach Sussex Drive. I think they're trying to address that by having another officer at Sussex and Savannah. As I said earlier,
And that meeting will be held tonight at 5 o'clock at Lewes Elementary. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Elisa, for that. Moving on, the margin in the votes in the Republican primary for the 36th district extremely tight between Patrick Smith and incumbent Brian Shoup.
CoastTV got a chance to speak with both candidates in this race, and we're going to show you why there is now a demand for a recount.
2 men, 12 votes. That was the difference for the House District 36 Republican primary in Milford. But Patrick Smith is calling for a recount.
Well, it's such a small margin, and I just want to make sure that the election is properly counted and was properly tabulated.
His opponent, Brian Shoup, is all in for the recount.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer a recount. I'm all about transparency. If the Department of Elections looks at their laws and says that that's what they need to do, I'm all for it.
This isn't the first time Shoup and Smith faced off in a primary. In 2022 was where Shoup won 68% of the vote, but this year's campaign has been ugly. Smith calls Shoup a show horse.
That was my campaign that put it up, yep. So workhorse to show horse. You know, Shoup likes to show up with where the cameras are, and he likes to take pictures and like to take credit for things that he didn't necessarily do. He has a long record of doing that.
Shoup refutes that and says Smith is backed by developers who Shoup has held accountable.
Yeah, I mean, from the beginning, my opponent has used a lot of mistruths about not only my record, but what we have done here in the community. I mean, I think when you start with saying things like, I'm absent in this community, it just shows the level of where they're willing to get dirty and lie to people in general.
The fight for the 36th district continues even after Election Day.
CoastTV reached out to the Department of Elections about this recount, and we have not heard back.
Make sure to head to coasttv.com/decision2024 for all results of the Delaware primary. We have full coverage. You can see how the votes fell on the page. Plus, ahead of November elections, you can check out voting resources. Plus, you can watch clips of all Decision 2024 interviews on the CoastTV News YouTube channel.
Happening today, the next chance to share your thoughts on Georgetown's plans to build an $18 million police station and public works facility. Town says the facilities don't have enough storage, privacy, even the ability to handle evidence. But to get approval for the project, voters will have to vote in the affirmative, vote yes in a referendum vote. Second of 3 sessions begins tonight at 5.
Beach nourishment is a very familiar topic to our coast. It's something we've covered extensively on Coast TV. So now on your screen, we're going to show you video of crews working on the Indian River Inlet shoreline this month. On September 26th, NREC will host a virtual community meeting to share findings from a study to explore economic benefits from beach nourishment. NREC says participants will learn about how findings and results will be used in the future.
Got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up this morning on Coast TV News Today, an 18-year-old facing multiple charges after a crash shut down part of Route 1 last week. Why police believe the teen is responsible.
Also, a big strike at Boeing could be on the horizon. We'll tell you why union members don't agree with the current tentative deal.
And the red-hot Phillies going for a sweep over the Tampa Bay Rays. How close the Phils are to clinching the division. Stick with us on Coast TV News Today.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
Wow, it's so much bigger than you realize. East Coast Tile and Flooring has the largest selection of tile from around the world. And they are the only Dow Tile Premier showroom on the shore. They have the knowledge and expertise to assist architects, designers, and homeowners, and are fully licensed to take on any job from start to finish. Family owned and operated since 1947. Call East Coast Tile and Flooring today for a design consultation.
My real estate approach is about building relationships with my clients.
So it was a very seamless process where she delivered on everything she said she would do. You know, top of the line service.
And she was great to work with. She was very personable.
That's how amazing it was.
She gets the job done. She does a great job and the price is right.
Let me help you get to your next destination.
Let me brag for a moment about my wife. She's among the few dentists worldwide to be accredited by the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry. She is the only dentist within a 100-mile radius with this prestigious accreditation, and I couldn't be prouder of her dedication and achievement.
It is my passion to ensure our patients receive the absolute best in cosmetic dentistry and leave with a renewed confidence in their smile.
Entrust your smile with a dentist accredited by the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry.
Schedule your free consultation with De Palma Dental in Berlin, Maryland today.
I like to know what my patients are experiencing, to feel how they're feeling. I choose to walk with them, find a path forward when nobody else will.
NBC's Brilliant Minds, September 23rd. Set your DVR.
Exactly 5:40 on our foggy morning for some. Not so in Lewes right now. We're in the Irish Ice Camp, 58 degrees there. But inland, we have that dense fog advisory for Sussex County, points north, and also for the eastern shore as well. Visibility will be less than a half mile at times now, 3/4 of a mile in Georgetown. So I think across Delaware, that's where we're seeing that thickest fog right now. Farther south, not as bad. Out the door, grab the jacket. Temperatures in the 50s, inland areas, but not as bad along the coast with upper 60s. We have the fog, but once that burns off, we're looking at a lot of sunshine as we go through the day. And some of these high clouds from Francine, believe it or not, could be moving in later on. Here's your golf forecast for today. Looking fantastic. In fact, excellent. This is like the 8th day in a row we've been saying this. Sunshine continues. Another great day and 79. Another way to get your forecast is the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. It's sponsored by Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Happening today, Seaford drivers, you have a road closure to be aware of. Nanacoke Avenue between South Porter Street and No Name Road will be closed 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Crews there will be cleaning out a sewer main.
Milford's looking for some input on a possible new park. There's going to be an open house today at 5 o'clock at the City Council chambers. The park's going to be on over 19 acres of land bought by the city on Rehoboth Boulevard. During this open house, there's going to be different display boards set up showing potential amenities and park features.
As we start week 2 in the NFL, here's a reminder, Sunday Night Football, it's the Chicago Bears, Houston Texans coverage at 7 right here on Coast TV.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
No team has been hotter on the diamond than the Philadelphia Phillies. They came in winners of 11 of their last 15 games, looking to cap off a sweep over the Tampa Bay Rays. Over in Philly, Nick Castellanos got plunked 2 nights ago. Bench is cleared. This baseball is going to clear the bases. 2-run shot to left. Fightins take a 2-0 lead in the first. Top second, Rays didn't take long to respond. Tanner Walls off Zach Wheeler, RBI single to right, and Tampa cuts the deficit in half. It's 2-1. To the fourth, Ben Rortford up, runner on third, bouncing ball to second. Bryson Stott throws home, and the Phils keep this a 2-1 ball game. Clutch put out from Stott to keep Philly ahead. Zach Wheeler was dealing until the sixth, 1 out. Jonathan Aranda delivers a game-tying solo shot to right. Bottom of the frame, Weston Wilson trying to respond. He hits an infield ball toward third. Drew Rasmussen can't reel it in. Wilson reaches on a single while Castellanos scores from third. Phils win it 3-2. They're now 32 games above 500. The Phillies' magic number to clinch the NL East for the first time since 2011 is officially down to just 9. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
And coming up today on DSN at 5:30, it's Scoops and Scores. At 6, you can catch Delmar face off against Colonel Richardson in football. 10:30, it's the final score. And don't forget on DSN Plus at 4 p.m., you can watch Worcester Prep at Chincoteague in volleyball. At that same time, you can also watch Cape Henlopen at Smyrna in field hockey. 6 p.m., it's your game of the night, Delmar football, just like we mentioned. Also at 6, DSN Plus will show Smyrna at Cape Henlopen in volleyball.
Going to head over to entertainment news, and one of the biggest names in music comes up empty, and a classic comedy returns to the big screen. Here's David Daniel with a Hollywood Minute.
16 carriages driving away.
No love for Beyoncé from the CMA. The singer was shut out at this year's Country Music Association Award nominations, even though 8 songs off her landmark Cowboy Carter album hit the top 10 on Billboard's country chart. Morgan Wallen leads the way with 7 nominations, including Entertainer of the Year, and I Had Some Help, his duet with another country newcomer, Post Malone, is up for Single, Song, Musical Event, and Music Video of the Year. The CMA Awards take place November 20th in Nashville.
He rode a blazing saddle, he wore a shining star.
Mel Brooks' classic Western spoof Blazing Saddles rides back into theaters for its 50th anniversary. The classic comedy screens on Sunday, September 15th and Wednesday, September 18th. Mosey on over to fathomevents.com for locations and showtimes. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Have you had maybe a rough week? You can always cheer up with a weekly dose of good news from CoastTV. We have personal features, fun things to do, and more. You can sign up. It's free. Go to coasttv.com/sign up. You'll get a weekly dose of joy sent directly to your inbox on Fridays.
Dense fog is the weather concern this morning across areas of Delmarva, inland areas, Salisbury right now. A little bit of fog for you, but it's worse up in Delaware. We'll have much more on that. Plus, nice weather continues into the weekend. Better rain chances as we go into next week. Your forecast details in 2 minutes.
Here at the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in countertops, to not only ensure you get the best product to fit your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
When I came into the Delmarva Design Center and see that big collection of slabs, that makes really the decision seamless.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Welcome to Pools and Spas Unlimited of Milford, where relaxation meets perfection. The Celtic Series, crafted in the USA, starts at just $4,300 and a perfect match for any budget. Enjoy endless family fun with the Artesian Series, tailored for unforgettable moments. Indulge in affordable luxury with our Stealth hot tubs for relaxation without breaking the bank. Plus, with every hot tub, our in-house service team ensures professional installation and full support. With one of the largest hot tub showrooms on Delmarva, why not visit Pools and Spas Unlimited of Milford today?
McMullen Septic Service. Inspection, that's our business. Pumping, that's our business. Installation, that's our business. Repair, that's our business. 3 generations and 70 years of experience. We do it all. Remember, every 2 to 3 years to pump your septic to keep things running smoothly. Serving Southern Kent and Sussex counties. Trust McMullen Septic Service for all your septic needs. Your business is our business.
When you want a new or restored residential or commercial deck, roof, or balcony, contact Delmarva Roofing and Coating to make the switch to DuraDeck today. For over 15 years, they've been consistently one of the largest installers in the U.S., installing over 1 million square feet of DuraDeck decks. With at least 10 years of experience, their certified installers install the pre-manufactured sheets to almost any surface. Plus, Delmarva Roofing and Coating also offers warranties for water tightness and aesthetics. Make the choice that lasts. DuraDeck. Find out more at delmarvaroofing.com.
It's now 5:47 on your Thursday. We're going to go now, take a live look, see what's going on in Salisbury. I think that's the sun starting to move its way up, Bob, but hopefully it comes up quick because we have a lot of fog it needs to burn off this morning.
Yeah, we got a ways to go yet for the sunrise page. I think we're looking at about an hour or so, a little less than an hour in the meantime. But the big story is the fog. It didn't look too bad on that camera. I think your fog situation in Maryland is not as bad as it is farther north across southern Delaware right now. Dense fog advisory, inland areas until 10 a.m. That also goes for the eastern shore of Maryland. Latest check of visibility, 3/4 of a mile in Georgetown and other parts of Sussex County, seeing that thick fog as well. You can see the visibility is much better in Salisbury and Ocean City. That said, you can still see some fog down there between now and about 8 a.m. We're looking at temperatures in the 50s this morning. Grab the jacket out the door. Seaford 57, 55 in Georgetown, Milton 56 with upper 60s from Bethany Beach to Rehoboth. Still looking at an onshore wind. That will keep us a little cooler today, but first we have to burn off the fog, which you really can't see on the satellite picture. But once we lose the fog, we will see more in the way of sunshine as high pressure is in charge. And this is the outer fringe of Francine, the high clouds moving through the Carolinas right now. The actual rain associated with Francine is across the deep south right now. It made landfall. It's a Cat 2 hurricane yesterday, 100-mile-per-hour winds, but now it's a tropical storm making its way into Mississippi and Alabama with a lot of rain, but the wind is beginning to decrease. But the good news for us, well, we actually need the moisture, not a tropical tropical system, but the moisture from it stays well to the west as a remnant low moving into the Memphis area by Friday. Here's Futurecast this morning. We're in the 50s and then a nice warm up mid-morning into the 60s and 70s, mid-70s close to lunchtime. And some of those high clouds from Francine moving in a little bit later on today. Otherwise, we're in the 70s, most of us, but some lower 80s inland. And then for tonight, we're looking at mostly clear skies. And then Friday morning, not as warm with temperatures, not as cool, I should say, with temperatures into the 60s. It is going to be a little warmer as we have cloud cover moving in. We're in and out of the clouds tomorrow with that easterly flow and temperatures into the upper 70s. And then Friday evening football games are looking dry. I do want to fast forward to next week because we're looking at some kind of system developing to our south, and we'll have an onshore flow, and it looks like a lot of moisture will result in rain Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, on and off. We definitely need the rain. Still hard to kind of time out the details on that. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, upper 70s today, mostly sunny, increasing clouds Friday, 80 degrees, and then dry for the weekend, sun and clouds, lower 80s, 78 on Monday, and then that rain increases Tuesday into Wednesday and highs in the upper 70s.
A massive strike at Boeing is looming as 30,000 Boeing workers prepare to vote today on a tentative union deal. Sunday, the Machinists Union and the company reached a tentative agreement on a 4-year contract. Union leadership recommends the machinists approve the contract, but union members, they're not happy with the terms. If they do reject the deal, they could vote to go on strike Friday. Sony has unveiled an upgraded version of its popular PlayStation 5 at the highest price ever. The new PS5 Pro will cost $700. Goes on sale November 7th. The PS5 Pro will feature faster computing power, a new custom hardware, and an AI library. However, the console will not come with a disk drive, and that will be sold separately.
Coming up next on Coast TV News today, some rules for preventing risks of breast cancer, how doctors hope new regulations will help women make more informed decisions about their health.
We're seeing the dense fog inland, but not so in Ocean City on our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam 69 there. Cooler inland. Watch for that dense fog this morning. Otherwise, another great day for Delmarva. The nice weather continues into the weekend with better rain chances next week. Your 10-day forecast is coming up next.
Capstone Homes, Sussex County's locally owned, award-winning design-build custom home builder, bringing dreams to life since 2006. Where personalization, luxury, and quality combine to give you the ultimate custom home buying experience. At Capstone, you'll meet with our architectural designer to review your blueprint and make any changes you want. Then you'll customize your home style with our certified interior designer. Connect with our team of custom home experts today at Capstone Homes.
Welcome to Fisherman's Wharf in Lewes, Delaware, where the bay meets the Atlantic Ocean. Get away from the crowd and escape on an adventure in our fleet with daily fishing trips, evening cruises, and the awesome experience of dolphin watching and even whales. Who knows what the sea holds? With 3 generations in the business, we assure you that your experience will be unique, a story to tell. Come down with the whole family, set sail and spot a whale. So what are you waiting for? Book your trip now at fishlewis.com. Ahoy!
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
Pulling up to a great-looking home is nice. Curb appeal is important. But here on the coast, even more important is dock appeal. At T&G Builders, if you can dream it, we can create it. For uncompromising quality, contact T&G Builders to design and build your coastal dream home. Over 30 years of integrity, empathy, and love. T&G Builders, the sign of quality. Visit us online at tg-builders.com.
Treat yourself to a culinary journey like no other at Benvenuto. Delaware Today named Benvenuto as a 2023 Best of Delaware Dining and Event Restaurant, where the perfect fusion of comfort, exquisite flavors, and a captivating atmosphere awaits you. Our passion for exceptional cuisine shines through every dish as we artfully combine international flavors and fresh, locally sourced ingredients. With stunning spaces and a private room for special occasions, our breathtaking Tuscan design sets the stage for an unforgettable dining experience. Benvenuto Restaurant in Milford.
I like to know what my patients are experiencing.
You want to change how your patients see the world.
I want to change how the world sees my patients.
NBC's Brilliant Minds, September 23rd. Set your DVR.
Well, it affects about half of U.S. women who are 40 years or older, according to the CDC. Having dense breasts simply means there's more fibrous and glandular tissue than fat tissue. It can put women at a higher risk of breast cancer.
Yeah, and experts say many don't know that, and Mandy Gaither shows us a new rule by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and how experts hope it will help women make informed choices about breast health.
It's the first line of defense against breast cancer. Mammograms can help detect the disease, but they're not foolproof, especially for those who have dense breast tissue.
It's pretty much a double whammy in terms of developing or missing a breast cancer, which is why we think it's very important to educate women about the fact that they have dense breast tissue.
Dr. Bhavika Patel with Mayo Clinic says cancer in dense breasts can be harder to detect through mammography, and a person with dense breast tissue is at higher risk of developing the disease.
We want to find cancers small and early.
Starting this week, a new rule by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is requiring mammography facilities to notify patients about the density of their breasts.
So 50% of women will be told that they have dense breast tissue. It is very normal, it's very common. If you get that report, then there'll be additional discussions with your provider in regard to potentially getting what we call supplemental imaging.
Those options include ultrasounds or MRIs to further aid in the detection of breast cancer. Patel says this new rule will make women more aware.
Bring up the discussion with your provider and ask questions, be empowered, know that you have dense breast tissue and ask them what the different options are.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And Dr. Patel says some patients may not live near screening centers, therefore they don't have access to or will be able to afford certain screening options. So she recommends having discussions with medical providers about the different options based on where you live and what is offered there. All right, well, the time now is 5:56. It's time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day loves the cooler weather we've been having during these early morning hours. On your screen, that is Bella. As you can see, Bella very happy to be out and about on the beach when it's not so hot. And Bella was submitted to us by Mark and Selbyville. What a great looking dog.
Oh my God, that's a good picture, huh? That is a happy dog. Bella, you're so cute. Don't forget, guys, send us all the photos of your pets. We love seeing them. Tell us what makes them so special.
Scan the QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
All right, it is nearly 5:57 now. Time for another look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Yeah, fog the story so far, Bob. Drivers have to deal with it in several parts of Delmarva.
Absolutely, and if you can delay travel, I would try to do that because this fog will be hanging on until mid-morning, then it burns off. You can see the visibility is pretty low across Sussex County, and that's where we have that dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. inland Sussex and the eastern shore. Day part forecast has us foggy through mid-morning. Then we see the sunshine, another good-looking day. Temperatures into the upper 70s, maybe 80 well inland, cooler at the beaches. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, upper 70s and then lower 80s. Friday into the weekend with sun and clouds. We finally do get a rain chance, and that builds in on Tuesday. I think on and off rain really the rest of next week. We desperately need the rain, and it looks like we'll see it at that time with temperatures into the upper 70s.
Coming up at 6, efforts to improve one street in Lewes that neighbors say is a traffic and safety hazard. How DelDOT looks to solve the ongoing issues.